Nicole! What's going on? Why are you at my house? Oh, Irene. Long time no see. I thought the doorbell was ringing nonstop, but it was you. You were deliberately ignoring me. No way. I was busy playing with my kids and couldn't get to the door. I'm just back from my parents' place, but can't open the door. I hear you and the kids going crazy inside. How dare you barge into my house and cause a ruckus? What are you thinking? It's my house, and I can do whatever I want. What are you talking about? This is my house. But you've been away for months. That means you don't need it anymore, right? So I decided to move in. Got a problem with that? You're out of your mind to do that just because I've been away. I was just staying with my parents until I delivered my baby. I wasn't home for just a couple of months. Wait, does that mean the baby's with you? Of course. I'm holding the newborn and carrying loads of luggage. Hurry up and open the door. Oh, well, even more reason not to let you in. What? Because with a small kid, the house gets dirty, you know. I just cleaned it yesterday. You can't bring a stinky baby into my house. God darn it, this is my house. Stop with the nonsense and let us in already. Nope. I've already brought my stuff inside. What do you mean? You see, I had a big fight with my husband and left with the kids. I wanted to rely on my mom, but she said to go back and talk it out with my husband. She wouldn't let me stay with her. So you tried to rely on me. How did you get in? Adam's been on an overseas assignment and your mom's the only one who has a spare key. I got it when I was at her house. What? You got the key from her? Nope. I borrowed it while she was in the bathroom. What the heck? So did you not only snatch the spare key but also change the lock? What you're doing is a crime. Don't go throwing around words like snatch and crime. It sounds bad. Anyway, wasn't this house bought by my brother? If it's his, it means it's also mine as his sister, right? What are you talking about? Never mind, this house is mine now. Pack up your stuff and get out with your baby. Fine, I'll leave then. Oh, why are you suddenly understanding? I'm done. Talking to you is a waste of time and I can't just wait outside with a baby. Yay! I'll gladly take this house then. I never really liked you, Irene. What? You seduced my little brother, and for some reason, even my mom seems to like you. I didn't seduce him. Anyway, I don't consider you part of the family. Just give up on this house and go back to your parents or something. I'm planning to break up your marriage eventually. Don't ever come back here. Honey, do you have time now?
Hey, hon. If I remember correctly, you're supposed to be back home today, right?
Right.
Sorry I couldn't pick you up. My assignment got extended.
No worries. Dad gave me a ride home. More importantly, I've got a problem right now.
Oh no. What's wrong?
Nicole has taken over our house.
What? Taken over?
I got home with my dad just a little while ago and heard her and her kids going crazy inside. She changed the lock and I can't get in. She's like, this is my house, so get out.
What the heck? Why is she there?
According to her, she had a big fight with her husband and left. Your mom wouldn't take her in, so she came to our place.
Oh, they don't get along. Mom has always had a hard time dealing with Nicole's whims. And after she got married, Mom even tried to keep her from coming home too often. So where are you now?
At your mom's place. She told me to come over when I called her, so I'm here with my dad and our son.
Oh, good. At least you didn't end up waiting outside. But what the heck's wrong with Nicole? How did she even get into the house?
She used the spare key we left with your mom.
What? Mom gave her the key?
No, she snatched it when your mom wasn't in the room. And then she even changed the lock on top of that. I asked your mom about it earlier, and she said she usually keeps it deep in a drawer because she rarely uses it.
Seriously, to find it in such a short time she was there is practically a theft.
I never imagined having our house taken over while I was away. Nicole's already brought her stuff there. What should we do now?
Sorry for the trouble. Let me try talking to her, so wait a bit.
Okay. Until she leaves the house, we'll be staying with your mom.
Got it.
Your mom's blaming herself for letting Nicole take the key.
She stole it, so she's messed up in the head to begin with.
Well, good luck talking to her.
Right. Later. Honey? I just spoke to Nicole.
Wow, you're fast.
Even though she's my sister, I'm seriously exasperated.
Oh no, what happened?
She's living in her own world. She thinks I'm on her side, claiming she kicked out the annoying wife for me. She plans for us to live together when I return.
Jeez.
Not only that, she started saying stuff like, "You've been cheating and the baby isn't mine."
That's insane.
I figured it's pointless to argue, so I just brushed it off.
I see. Well, she dislikes me, so she's making up all this nonsense to try to break us up.
There's no way I would believe anything she says, you know.
Hey, honey. I've got an idea.
Okay.
What if you keep pretending to be on her side?
For what?
Use the fact that she's trusting you to find out more about her situation and update me.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And I'm thinking about something else.
Tell me.
It's a bit complicated. Can I explain it to you later over the phone?
Sure. Alright then, I'll keep in touch with Nicole and let you know what's going on.
Yeah, please do. Irene, hope you're having a pleasant night. Are you already asleep? You know, I was texting with Adam today, and I mentioned that you were cheating as a joke, and he totally bought it. I was just messing with him, you know, but he took it seriously, so I didn't correct him. Sorry if I've accidentally torn apart your marriage. Honestly, you're a nuisance to me. Now that I've got the head of your household on my side, it's game over for you. So, why don't you just take the baby and get a divorce already?
Hun, you good right now?
Yeah, go ahead. Just put Theo to sleep.
Guess what?
Tell me.
Nicole's planning a trip.
A trip?
According to her, once summer break starts, she's taking the kids on a 10-day trip to Myrtle Beach.
So?
Exactly. It's the perfect chance to execute the plan you were talking about.
Oh, great. Didn't expect it to happen so soon.
I'll fill you in on the exact details later.
Cool. Keep me posted.
Honey, looks like Nicole just left the house. Got a text saying she's in a taxi to the airport, so I think you're good to go.
Great. I'll contact the movers as planned.
Cool. Sorry for leaving everything to you. Being away, there's not much I can do.
No worries. Thanks to your info, it went all smoothly. Your mom's helping out too, so don't worry about it.
If anything comes up, let me know right away.
Sure, you take care too. Irene! Hey, what's going on here? Oh, Nicole, welcome back. Did you have a good trip to Myrtle Beach? How do you know I went there? I mean, whatever. Where's my house? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. My house is gone. Your house? Did you have one? It's the house you gave me. I just got here and it's gone. There's just an empty lot. What the heck?
I had it demolished by a contractor.
Demolished? What the heck are you doing? It was perfectly livable.
You couldn't tell at a glance, but the structure was severely deteriorating. I was planning to live there a bit longer, but someone took over the house, so I had it demolished earlier than planned.
You're kidding.
I intend to build an apartment building on that land. It's a good location and I can generate rental income.
Wait.
Once construction starts, it'll be dangerous, so please stay away for a while.
What do you think you're doing? Demolishing my house without my consent? Are you insane?
It was my house, and I had the freedom to do what I wanted with it.
Wrong. It was mine. Well, technically Adam's, but it was mine as his older sister. I guess it was supposed to be revenge for breaking up your marriage, but you messed up, huh? I'll sue you for damages.
And don't you get it already? That wasn't Adam's house.
What?
Originally, my grandfather built it. When he retired and moved to the countryside, he handed it over to me. The property's in my name, and I pay property taxes and everything.
No way.
So it has always been mine.
What the heck? Aren't your assets supposed to become your husband's when you get married?
Not necessarily, you know.
What should I do then? How do I explain this to Adam? He was supposed to divorce you and live with me in that house once he came back.
No need to worry about that.
Why not?
We're not getting divorced.
Yeah, right. He thinks you cheated on him. He believes the baby isn't his.
I'm sorry for deceiving you until now.
Huh?
He knew everything from the start and has been on my side.
No way.
He doesn't believe any of those stories about the baby's father.
No. He doesn't trust his own sister?
In the first place, our son was born through fertility treatments due to my infertility issues. So the story of another man doesn't make sense.
Then where am I supposed to go?
Well, first, maybe back to your mom's.
Oh no.
After discussing it with her, she agreed to keep her belongings at her place.
You spoke to Mom?
Yes, be grateful to her. She agreed to accept you for my sake, even though she didn't want to live with a demanding and overbearing daughter.
So I can live there?
However, it's for a limited time.
What?
You're allowed to stay there for just a week. After that, she plans to kick you out without any hesitation.
Yeah, right. She can't just kick me out with the kids.
Yes, she's serious about it. Also, your husband contacted her.
Oh no.
So you were cheating on him, right? You lied about fighting and leaving the house. He found out about your affair and kicked you out. And he told you to leave without the kids. But you left with them anyway while he was at work.
Because I thought I could get help from Mom if they were with me.
You were trying to gain her sympathy, huh?
But she didn't take us in.
That didn't mean you could have taken over my house. You were way out of line.
There was no other place to go, so what else could I do?
Your husband's filing for a divorce.
Divorce?
What are you surprised about? You were cheating after all.
But what about the kids?
He intends to take custody.
Absolutely not. He's too busy with work to handle parenting.
His parents live nearby, so he might get support from them.
I can't allow that. Usually mothers take custody of the kids after divorce, right?
It's not always like that, you know. Someone who steals keys and takes over someone else's house, I doubt they can handle parenting properly.
Wait a minute, so I'll be all alone then?
Aren't you planning a future with your boyfriend?
Not exactly, he's also married.
Yeah, it seems.
I broke up with him as soon as my husband found out about the affair. He told me he had no intention of divorcing his wife. It's messed up. He was just playing with me.
Your husband plans to claim child support from you.
Child support? Well, obviously, you should receive a call from his lawyer soon. This is a joke. I've been a housewife. He knows I don't have that kind of money. I splurged on the trip too. That's not my concern. Well, then I have to go. Wait, Irene! Irene! What am I supposed to do? Hi, Irene. Are you free now? I want to talk to you about something. What's going on? I'm about to take Theo for a stroll. Please make it short. Oh, it's a disaster, you know. What do you mean? My husband's demanding alimony and child support. On top of that, I'm getting threats and harassment from my ex's wife. Well, what did you expect? Why? I've already broken up with him. But the fact remains that you were fooling around. Also, Mom said the deadline had passed and kicked me out of the house. I have no money and nowhere to go. What am I supposed to do from now on? How would I know? You have to find a job and get a place to live on your own. So, I have a favor to ask you. Can you let me stay with you for a while? Excuse me? You had your previous house demolished and moved somewhere else, right? Well, yeah, I'm currently living in a new apartment. Can you tell me the address then? Since Adam's still away, it should be okay for me to move in, right? No, thank you. Why not? We're family. Family? Don't kid yourself. I won't let a trash like you who took over my house and locked me out when I came back with a newborn baby call me family. What did you just call me? Is that all you wanted to talk about? I'll never tell you where I live, and never in a million years I'll let you move in here. Can you lend me some money then? What? My savings won't cover the alimony and child support. I've only been a homemaker, so finding a good paying job is difficult, you know. I'll pay you back later, so can you lend me like $50,000? I'll have to decline. How about $30,000 then? Please, Irene, you have a job, so you must have money, right? I have no intention of lending you even a single cent. Figure it out on your own. What's the matter with you all? Why do I have to go through all this pain by myself? It's your own fault, you know. Well then, bye. Hold on, Irene. Please don't leave me like this. Nicole and her husband finalized their divorce, and he successfully got custody of their kids. In the end, she ended up borrowing money to pay alimony and child support. Currently, she has a live-in job, working from morning till night. She's desperately trying to repay her debts. It seems that she has harbored a grudge against me since I married her brother. Perhaps that's why she took the drastic step of trying to take over my home. Occupying a house that was soon to be demolished was plain stupid. As for me, I'm peacefully living in our new apartment with my son. Adam is expected to return soon from his overseas assignment. From now on, we're looking forward to enjoying a happy life together as a family of 3.
How did your checkup go?
The baby's doing fine. The doctor said I should do some walking to help with the swelling.
Good. Should you really be going for a walk, though? What if you have an accident or something?
You're worrying too much. It's the same as if I were to go shopping.
That's a bit more than just a walk, though.
He said getting fresh air in general would be good for me. If I have time, I think I'll go out for one day.
Yeah, I guess you have been spending too much time sitting at home. Getting a little bit of sunshine wouldn't hurt.
Exactly. If I just sit inside every day, I might get depressed, you know?
Yeah, I know. Well, on my next day off, let's go for a nice walk together.
I'm not completely helpless. I can go alone.
But still, it's a bit dangerous.
Fine, fine. If you want to take a walk with me, maybe try taking an actual day off from work first.
True. Well, I will for you.
I'm guessing you're gonna be coming home tonight?
I really have to stay until this project is completely done. I'm sorry. I'm sure things are getting harder around the house now.
Well, just a bit. My morning sickness has calmed down, but obviously things are much harder than before.
Should I ask my mom if she can start helping out? I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
I don't know.
Besides, that's what family is for.
Yeah, true, but it kind of feels like she doesn't really like me.
Well, I mean, she just feels like you've taken her son away. Maybe all moms kind of feel that way.
Yeah, that's true, but I think since I'm pregnant, it won't be as bad, but still.
Yeah, I understand. But please just tell me when you feel like you need help. For you and the baby, I can always take off work.
Thank you. And yes, if I get to be overwhelmed, I'll be honest. Well, good luck on that project.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Nate. Do you have a minute? I have something important I need to tell you.
Important. Did something happen to the baby?
Calm down. The baby is fine.
Thank God. So, what's going on?
Today, I went for a walk. All of a sudden, a car came charging onto the sidewalk.
You were in an accident?
Well, at the last second, I jumped out of the way. But in order to avoid the car, I fell. When I fell, I injured my spine. Even though the baby's okay, I can no longer walk.
What? Are you being serious?
I was only trying to avoid the car. And just my luck, this happened. Just when everything was going well. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing? The idiot driving that car is the problem.
I'm going to be a mother, but now I'm going to be handicapped. I'm just going to be a burden to you and the baby.
Don't say that. You could never be a burden to me.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you. For protecting the baby. For being strong through this. Thank you.
You are so sweet. Thank you.
You'll be in the hospital for a while, right? So for now, just worry about the baby and rest.
Yes, I will be. Nate, I'm glad I have you.
I'm the lucky one. We will get through this, the three of us. Don't worry, okay?
Okay. I wouldn't be able to get through this without you.
And you don't have to. I will always be here for you. I love when you rely on me.
Thank you. Being here has sure given me a lot of free time. I have nothing but time to think about everything I want to do as soon as I can leave. I can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah, about that.
Is there something you want to do first? Of course, whatever you want to do will be at the top of my list.
I want a divorce.
What? That's not funny.
I'm not joking.
This has to be a joke. You told me. We would get through this, the three of us.
I'm sorry. I've already made up my mind. I just can't be with you.
Are you doing this because you did something wrong? Whatever you did, I'll forgive you. We can fix this. Please don't do this.
You're wrong. That's not why.
Then why? Is it because I'm disabled now?
Exactly. Since the accident, I thought it over and I don't want to spend my life taking care of you.
I understand. You should live your life for you, not someone else. I don't want you to waste your life on me either.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. Don't apologize. I'm fine. All I need is the baby.
I will pay child support. Enough for you to live comfortably.
You don't have to overdo it, okay? I want you to just live your life. I'll agree to a divorce, because I love you.
Thank you. I spoke with Gina. Good. Did you finally end things? Yeah, she agreed to the divorce. She was very understanding. Well, obviously. Not being able to live without a wheelchair is just going to be a burden on you. You shouldn't have even needed to convince her. It's obvious you need to just move on now. Mother, do you really have to talk like that? I still love her regardless. Okay, well, from the start she was arrogant. And after stealing my son, she goes off and gets pregnant. Next time someone tries to damage our relationship, I'll make sure they regret it. I've let this drag on for long enough. Oh yeah? Will you do the same type of thing you've done this time? I guess you're taking the law into your own hands. Or do you think you're God the way you decide punishments for people? What? Let me ask you one thing. On the day of Gina's accident, where were you? Why are you asking me that all of a sudden? How is that even relevant? Just tell me. Or is there a reason you can't? What? I was at the house, so what? Oh, really? You were at the house all day? Yes. What is this? What are you trying to say? I'm sorry, Mother. I was just wondering. No matter how much you don't like her, you'd never do something like that, right? Of course I wouldn't. I could never hurt your wife. She's my daughter-in-law. Yeah. I guess it must be some kind of misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? What are you talking about? Nothing. It's just that when Gina collapsed, my friend was the one who called the ambulance. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but he said he saw a car that looked just like yours driving away. Well, it definitely wasn't me. There are plenty of cars that look like mine out there. So, does that mean that the footage on the dashcam is just a fluke? Dashcam? Yep. Dad didn't tell you? He said you aren't the safest driver, so on one of my days off, we installed one. Better safe than sorry, right? I had no idea. It recorded everything. And just as my friend said, you attempted to hit Gina. With that being said, let's hear your excuse. Excuse? I didn't mean to hit her. I just wanted to scare her a little. And she fell on her own. I didn't technically do anything to her. I didn't know things would turn out like this. Okay, so why didn't you call an ambulance immediately? My friend said Gina clearly looked like she was crouched over in pain. I immediately drove off. I didn't know what condition she was in. I just thought she may have gotten a few bruises from falling. I didn't know it was serious enough to need an ambulance. The dashcam caught where you stopped, too. It recorded even once you got out of the car. What? So, you didn't think it was necessary to call an ambulance? You probably thought the worst of what could happen to the baby, didn't you? I never thought that. That really wasn't my intention at all. Please, you have to believe me, Nate. How can you tell me to believe a person who put their own son's wife in danger? She could have lost the baby. Like I said, I never intended for it to be this bad. So, since you already knew the truth and divorced her anyway, that means everything's fine, right? A real mother would never say something like that. Don't you have any shame? Why would I choose you over my own wife and child? That doesn't even make sense. I can't be with someone when it's my own mother's fault she's paralyzed. That's why I asked for a divorce. Unlike you, I have a conscience. Please don't tell me you... Yes, of course I already told him. As far as receiving a settlement, Dad even recommended a good lawyer. And clearly you'll take full responsibility. I'm your mother. You don't just expect me to pay it alone, do you? We're a family. This is just ridiculous. There's no way you can call yourself my mother anymore. So you're just going to abandon me? You've made your bed. Shouldn't you lie in it? It's pitiful you just want us to cover this all up. Please. Dad and I will make sure you will do everything possible to atone for what you've done. You're going to pay for her medical bills, attorney fees, and whatever else comes up because of this. And I don't intend to ever accept you back into our lives. Not only do I lose my son, you're saying that I have to pay for all that? I did this for you! I did this to get my son back! You have your own life. You can't treat me like a child forever. Parents that don't know how to let their children live their own lives clearly don't know what it means to be a parent. Hey, Nate. I heard about everything from your dad. So, this is why you wanted a divorce? Yes. So, do you understand now? We clearly just can't be together anymore. I just can't believe she did this. I knew she didn't like me, but not enough to do something like this. I'm so sorry. I know an apology will never be enough. Well, I couldn't sign the papers. Don't you get it? My mother did this to you. There's just no way I can be with you anymore, Gina. Why? Why can't we be together? What do you mean? I know I will be like this for the rest of my life. I know it's only going to get harder from here, and I also know I can never forgive your mother. Exactly.
But I still want to be with you. I thought I could just live for our baby's sake. But the truth is, I can't. It's too painful to be without you. This life that I now have to bear through is even more painful without you. I want things to just go back to how they were before. Don't you think we can?
I don't know. I don't want to think about a life without you either. But,
But... what?
Gina, after everything my mother did, are you absolutely sure you want to still be with me?
If I'm telling you that's what I want, how could it not be okay? And if someone else does think it's shameful, it's really none of their business. They have no idea how much you've done for me.
I don't know what to say. Gina, I love you.
I love you too, Nate. This will only make us stronger.
After that, my father and I took my mother to court. Of course, with the evidence from the dashcam and my friend's testimony, my mother was convicted. My father also divorced her. It was declared that the settlement be taken directly from my mother's salary so that she can't run from the charges. My father has been keeping an eye on her, and from what we've talked about, it seems she's going through a tough time, juggling multiple jobs just to pay the settlement. Because of everything she's done to Gina, her life has become so dull. She's just going through the motions, like a zombie. The fact that her life is now dedicated to supporting someone she hated, it seems she is truly suffering the consequences of her actions. As for Gina and I, we had a healthy baby and are living happily. Gina has gotten used to using a wheelchair to the point where she can take care of the house and the baby just fine. In order to support her more, I switched to a job that allows me to come home on time. As a couple, we are trying our best to secure our baby's future. We don't want to become a burden for our child, like my mother has become for me.